Hey, there's the clapper. What'd you do with it? Did you leave it somewhere?
I think Nick ate it.
All right. We're going back to the way I used to do it before we had a clapper. You tell me when.
And stand by in 3, 2, clapper.
All right. Well, welcome to another episode of America's Mechanic. It's been a while since I've done this. So we've got a lot of information coming up, and this is going to be about winter maintenance. And the last time we did winter maintenance was about a year ago, and it was cold out then, but it's nothing like the cold that's coming this week. So we want to make sure your cars are safe and keep you out of my shop.
You want them in your shop.
No, I want you to be safe. Come to the shop after the cold. Yeah, because I don't even want to open my doors. But no, we just want to make sure you're safe through this cold weather that's coming up, and that your car's not going to get wiped out, extremely wiped out. So we'll start with the first thing, and the most obvious thing that's coming up right now is batteries. It's definitely battery season. We probably doing 12 to 15 batteries a week. And a lot of that is due because people are not keeping up on them. And the batteries are getting old. They're getting weak. They're starting to freeze up. This week, they're definitely going to freeze. So if you don't have a full charge in there, the water that's in there is going to definitely freeze up. And yeah, I said water because I'm from Trenton. So,
W-A-D.
W-O-O-D. Your. So, water. You speak the language, Craig. You know. Yeah. So, but yeah, make sure that your battery is fully charged. The corrosion around the battery, keep that clean. It's easy enough to clean, or you can stop in and we'll clean it for you. We'll do battery service for a nominal fee, not too much. And but if you want to do it at home, you can just mix up some vinegar or baking soda after it gets done foaming, put it on your battery, and it'll continue to foam, but it will clean your battery terminal ends. If you see like on the battery terminals, it's like looks like a blue chia pet growing on the side of your on the terminal. That means you got a lot of corrosion, but with that corrosion, it creates a lot of resistance through the ground on that because a lot of the corrosion comes on the ground side. So when you do that, you're overworking your alternator, you're overworking the whole electrical system, and you're going to end up buying an alternator because that alternator is trying to push the voltage and amperage through that corrosion, and so it makes it work that much harder. So keep the battery clean, and it'll save your alternator, save you hundreds of dollars in the long run. The next thing that comes up is antifreeze. We've been seeing a lot of that, surprisingly, because antifreezes have made big strides over the years, and you don't have to change it as often. They're usually a 5-year shelf life with that, or a lifetime on that. Don't worry, Nick, we edit a lot of this stuff.
We're keeping that,
yeah. So it's got a 5-year shelf life. You don't have to change it as often, but people, as people do, 5 years becomes 10 years. And we're seeing a lot of that stuff because as the antifreeze and the coolant breaks down, it actually starts to become water again. So that'll freeze as it gets down there, unless it's got the right viscosity. So like right here, I can explain real quick. This is pre-diluted, 50-50, which is kind of about what you want. Because, more is not better with antifreeze. If you put straight undiluted antifreeze in your system, it will freeze. So it makes it look like a green Slurpee, which you will not push through your engine. So so stick with that. Make 50-50. This is good till minus 34 degrees below zero. So if it's minus 34, I'm not coming out. So I don't know if you are, but that's really good protection. Some are even up to 50. That must be for Canadians. So, but anything that's worth more than got a value of more than 20 to 34 is going to be good. Minus 20 to minus 34 is going to be a good rule of thumb for that. Changing your oil. Believe it or not, oil just doesn't lubricate your engine. It dissipates heat. It dissipates the temperature changes. Now, if you have dirty, nasty oil, say you tried to get 10,000 miles out of your oil, that thickness and all the dirt and the deposits, that will get cold. It's not just clean oil, which will dissipate the heat. All the sediment and all that stuff that it picks up through the engine will get cold. And that'll hard to get through to your fuel pump, oil pumps. It'll hard to get through the system, and it's more susceptible to freeze up on you and tighten everything up and make it that much harder for your engine to work, especially when you first get that start up in the morning. So, and make sure you have the right viscosity in the oil. This here is 530. There's so many different ones. There's 0 to 20, 0 to 16. You don't even see too much 1030, 1040 anymore. But there's 520. So make sure you can look on the cap. Most of them have it. It'll say what viscosity to use, 520, 530, 0 to 20. But if you have any questions, give us a call over Fletcher's Garage, 215-295-4931, and we'll tell you what to use or schedule you in for an oil change.
What's that number?
215-295-4931. Thanks, Greg. So, but yeah, and then another thing we've been seeing is windshield washers. A lot of road salt out there, and all that nasty stuff sticks to your windshields. Now, this is Rain-X. I'm not a big fan of Rain-X, but this is Craig's, so it's up to him.
Hey, I found it outside. Freeze.
Yeah, it didn't freeze, so that's good. This is actually an antifreeze. Actually, a lot of people don't realize that there's alcohol content in a lot of this washer fluid. One of my technicians years ago that I hired, he was heating something up and something caught on fire, and he tried to use washer fluid to put it out. There's alcohol content. It's not water. So, but yeah, the Rain-X actually cleans pretty good. But what happens is over time, you use this a lot, it builds up a film on your windshield, and then it starts getting nasty. It starts contracting dirt, stuff sticking to it, and wiping out your wiper blades. Because once you get all that dirt and stuff on there, pollen, when the pollen season comes, it actually works like sandpaper on your rubber wiper blades or nitrile wiper blades and wears them out. And speaking of wiper blades, yeah, you get a lot of that because the ice that's coming, people, they actually pick up their wiper blades, and I've never figured that out why. They make them look like,
antennas.
Yeah, antennas on the front of your car. I think it's to keep them from sticking to the windshield. But what happens is sometimes that'll slip out of your hand, come down and break the windshield. I've had a couple customers with that problem. Now, I think, now also when you turn your car off, make sure your wipers are off. Turn your wipers off first, then turn the car off. Because if you come out in the morning, your wipers are frozen to the windshield, and you just start the car, that'll try to turn the wipers on. It'll either break your wiper arms or a lot of times the wiper transmission, wiper motor. See a lot of that. Or clean your windshield first before you start turning your wipers on. But the best thing to do is turn your wipers off, then turn the car off, because sometimes you'll forget and you'll turn the key on, you'll hear it snap, and then there's a few $100s right there too. So there's just little tips that we can give you to help you get through this extreme cold. Another thing to look for is tire pressures. Tire pressures will drop in the cold weather, up to 6 psi per every 10 degrees. So, cold causes shrinkage. I was in the pool. So, of course, it's tire pressure you're talking about. So, family show. It is. They don't know what the pool is, but it's for you guys. So, but yeah, a lot of times the tire pressure monitors will come on when it gets this cold. You can stop by, and we'll top off your tires if your light comes on, or sometimes if we top off your tires, the light doesn't go out, then you're going to need a tire pressure sensor. So, yes, if you have any questions, just come by and we'll top off your tires and make sure everything's good. The other things in the wintertime, lights, because right now they're starting to turn around the other way. But when it gets darker longer, people are using their lights longer. A lot of them are on automatic, but as soon as they come on, as soon as the sun starts to go down or whatever, the lights are staying on longer. Bulbs are more susceptible to blowing. I've actually seen a big run this year on light bulbs. I don't know. It was pretty good for a while, but I don't know if we're getting any lesser quality light bulbs out there now. But I use a brand name. Don't have too many problems with those. But a lot of the ones we've been pulled out. Do not buy light bulbs from Amazon. There's a lot of issues with those. So, and there's also a lot of issues with some of the other parts from Amazon. And I've given them a try, and I found out why we don't use parts from Amazon. So it's pretty much all I got with the extreme cold weather. Just make sure that everything is up to snuff. If you have any questions, just give us a call. 215-295-4931. Or stop by and make us all happy.
What's your address?
480 Hood Boulevard, Fairless Hills, PA, right on the corner of Hood and South Olds, right in the heart of Fairless Hills.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, we'll be doing some more. We're going to be doing more episodes. We're going to get more proactive about getting in here now that we're all done running around as much as we have had to do for the last couple of months. So we're going to look for this probably once every couple of weeks or whatever, or check out our reels that we're going to post on Facebook, and we'll go from there. So everybody stay warm, peace, and we're out.
Do I get to do a promo for Wide Open Wednesday?
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute, real quick.
Coming over.
Okay, he's coming. We'll have to edit the shit out of this.
I'm editing him out of it.
Hey, what are you doing on Wednesday night from 5 to 6? I know what you should be doing. You should be listening to Wide Open Wednesday with America's Mechanic and Nitro Nick Leach. So, tune in Wednesday night on WBCB1490.com or go to our YouTube channel. That's Wednesday night, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Fred Fletcher, Nick Leach. Make sure you tune in. We'll be looking for you.
Peace.
Peace.